They've given you the paper already. You gave me two. No, okay, for the info, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you have the questionnaire, right? Okay, fine.
Oh.
How is the sound? Check.
I hope you don't have the same. If you come for the third time, I will agree.
There'll be a conspiracy. All right, so stand by. Okay, stand by, everyone. Micah, you have to control that camera because it's live now. We're doing a live recording. Okay, so leave this other one. Yeah, leave this and control the phone camera. All right, are we set?
Yes, rolling. It's already on. Rolling. Action.
Hello viewers, welcome to another segment of our regular program on Forward TV towards 2023. My name is Marikama Ibian and my colleague.
Ibrahim.
Forward TV streams live on Facebook and YouTube weekly to digest issues in our polity that affects the well-being of Nigerians. On the program today, our guest engineer YABAGI YUSUF SANI, JAKADAN NUPE, the national chairman of the Action Democratic Party (ADP), will be discussing the state of insecurity in some parts of Nigeria. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
So now to the question, Your Excellency, sir. A few days ago, it was widely reported in the media, and these reports were confirmed to be true by the military authorities, that some bandits moved into the premises of the NDA in Kaduna and abducted some soldiers on duty. Some of these soldiers were reportedly killed, while the remaining of them are still in the hands of their captors. What do you make of this, sir?
Well, Nigeria, like every country, is passing through, some very difficult, phase of our nationhood, and the experience that the nation is going through now is the one that calls for action, meaning that it is expected that the government, that is the administration, should step up to the plate in order to quickly rescue these very, very precarious situation that Nigeria has been put, largely because of the kind of rudderless administration that we have in place today. Because how else do you call it? I mean, how do you explain a situation where you have your commander-in-chief who is well grounded on the issues of security because he's a retired general, he's a former head of state, he's an elder statesman, and for that kind of president to allow the nation to go through this harrowing experience of lack of security is something that beats my imagination. Because when this administration came on board, one of the highest points of their agenda is the issue of insecurity. And everybody, including the international community, believes that the person of President Muhammad Buhari is enough, to put this problem we have in perspective and solve it. Because, like I said, he's well endowed in terms of given his track record and other things like that. So now, for us to have the highest military institution, elite school institution in the country to be attacked in such a shoddy manner, where attack can come when you have enemies, they can try to assault you, try to dampen your spirit, try to ensure that psychologically they defeat you before they even physically defeat you. But what normally happens is the kind of response that they get determines whether or not that psychological warfare that you want to visit on your enemy will be successful. In our own case, it was successful. not only did they assault, the center, or if you like, the soul of our security architecture, they also went to the extent of killing, kidnapping, embarrassing the country, bringing the stature of the president himself, to disrepute. Because how do you explain it? This is the person that's supposed to personify everything that you require to put this security issue where it belongs, that is, resolving it. Having said that, I believe that this administration is overwhelmed, apparently, and unfortunately overwhelmed because the judgment of Mr. President in the selection of the people that he entrusts with the security of this country in particular is questionable. Questionable in the sense that you put people in place, and after so many years, of your tenure, there's nothing that you can really rely upon to give you the confidence to continue. I mean, you see, they said, there's a saying that you stop the mistake, you don't allow the mistake to stop you. And we almost got the mistake to stop us, until the president now realizes that, oh, I have to do something about these people. And then he now relieved them of their responsibility. I'm talking about the service chiefs, because you cannot really talk about what is happening to the country today without the history of how we got to where we are today, which is the fact that you had people that did not have the interest of this country at heart. From their actions, from their pronouncements, one of them said that we are going to live with this for more than 20 years. I mean, one of the service chiefs said it. And today, here we are. Things are degenerating by the day, and nobody has asked questions as to why the lots of money, billions of dollars they collected. I remember that $1 billion was given to Mr. President to address this issue of insecurity. I'm not talking about even the budgeting, the traditional budgeting, where trillions of naira is spent on insecurity in this country, and we have nothing to show for it.
And there's no accountability.
No accountability, no transparency, no probe. Nobody is investigating anybody to our knowledge. So this issue that is happening is squarely on the doorstep of Mr. President himself, because he's commander-in-chief. And that's why I'm saying attacking NDA is something that is regrettable that is allowed to happen. I'm saying that, yes, the enemy can try to attack you wherever he wants to. Don't forget that the highest officers in this government, apart from when you leave Mr. President's position, the highest officers of government in this country have been attacked in their houses by people. They said they were robbers or whatever it is. There was a buggle. So what kind of humiliation can be more than that in terms of insecurity? So the issue,
sorry, sir.
Yes.
The selection of the civil service chiefs.
Yes.
Is it the problem added to this insecurity, or is it connected?
It is connected. I mean, when you say security, when you say the security architecture, you're not talking about buildings now. You're talking about the individuals that are put in place to take care of, the security aspect of the nation. So that's why I'm saying that judgment, that selection of those, service chiefs, after so many years without results, is something that I think Mr. President needs to tell Nigerians why he allowed that to happen. Because he knows it. That's what I'm talking about. This is not an ordinary person. President Muhammadu Buhari is not an ordinary person. He's not an ordinary president. It's not like the former president.
Sorry,
so, yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
You said he knows it. Is it that the president is aware and he's deliberately not doing anything about it, or is it that he doesn't receive intelligence report on a daily basis on the general security of the nation?
The point I'm trying to make is that Mr. President personifies solution to the insecurity problem we have in this country. If President Muhammadu Buhari was not a president, believe you me, the stage we are today in this country would have gone to his house, wherever he is, retirement, and said, please, sir, come and help us out, because we have lost control. And people like you cannot be still living and Nigeria would be where we are today, regardless of who may be the president at that point in time. He's one of those that we may call on as the first point of call. That President Muhammadu Buhari has a track record of performing, elegantly. I mean, gallantly, on all the posting that he has gone through in the army. So he will be the first person that people will go to. That please, when we had issues with the was it Niger Republic or which republic was that? They were attacking Nigeria. He was the commander in chief at that time. I mean, the commander of that brigade there. And he performed creditably. So when you have a similar situation in the country today, you would have gone to him. So that's why I'm saying that I don't know what must have happened, and I think he has to realize the fact that constitutionally he is supposed to do something about what is happening, not only because he has been trained and he has the experience and he personifies the solution. By virtue of being the president, the constitution says he must give us that security. He must give us the welfare, that Nigerians, needs to survive, or to even live as citizens of this country. So the point I'm making is that the attack on NDA, I don't know I don't know how low, we can go beyond that. And I was citing an example of assault on also the seat of government, that you can never think that such a thing will happen. So we are talking about all these things because, first of all, it's an embarrassing situation to us. Number two, is lowering the status of Nigeria as a country in the eyes of the international community. We are becoming a laughing stock, really, and we should know it. It's not about Nigeria now. It's not about just we managing the situation within our domestic confines. No, this goes beyond the issue of Nigeria. It's our image outside. It's how people look at Nigeria. It's about investment. You would have the perception that that country is not secured. That country has no, a purposive leadership that can solve the problems. Nobody will bring his money here. As good as the economy is in terms of development, in terms of potentials for development and things like that. So the attack on NDA is something that I think we should we should understand that we are at the lowest ebb, as far as insecurity is concerned, and going beyond what it is today. Believe you me, it will not all go well for most of us in this country, because, like I'm saying, we are passionate about this country. We want Mr. President to succeed because his success is our success as a nation, as a country. We want him to stand up and then really demonstrate what we know he has. Whatever it is that is holding him back, we should please jettison those things and then act and take action, because he can take action. He's not restricted to only the services you have today. If you go into the army, into the Air Force and Navy, there are young men that like you say, will chase the hair, chase the sky rather, to really provide solutions, to the problem we are having. Yes. We are not limited to the narrow cycle that Mr. President is operating within. He should go beyond those cycles.
Yes, Your Excellency, sir, talking about taking action.
Yes.
A panel has been set up now to investigate the remote and immediate causes of this incident. What would you rather have Nigerians expect from this panel?
You see, as citizens of this country, we need to do whatever is possible to ensure that this administration succeeds. This administration failing, believe you me, it's something that nobody will ever want to happen. Because if they fail, it will be a calamity that I think not only Nigeria, it will affect the entire African continent, the entire black race. It will affect the entire black race, because Nigeria represents the epitome of what a black represent in the world. And for us to fail, for this administration to fail, so probe is not the solution. Probe is not the solution. Probe may give you, but again, what have you gotten from the past probes? What happened when the chief of army, the chief of staff, the general, the chief of the course, that's chief of army staff, isn't it? Was involved in a crash that nobody today has been able to tell us why that crash took place. What happened when some young soldiers, lost their lives in some another accidents that nobody can ever, tell you how those things happen. What happened when, like I said, the seat of power itself, in the comfort of their houses, the topmost officers of the government were attacked? What happened? What has anybody told you what happened to those things? So are we saying that there's some kind of conspiracy against democracy so as to dent democracy so that they will hang it and people will hate what is democracy? Or is it that some people somewhere are planning something, because 2023 must be, people should not forget that we're already in the gimmicks and whatever it is for 2023. Because I cannot really come to the conclusion as to why Nigeria should be where we are today in this mess as far as insecurity is concerned. Probe is not it, because Probe doesn't get anything. You're
sounding a little bit pessimist about this. Are we saying that the probe may not yield any fruitful outcome?
Probe has never yielded any fruit. I've told you so many other probes that must have, if really there's anything that you will get as a solution by way of probe, would have gotten the solutions to the problems we're having. The probe, I haven't. What is the outcome of all this that has happened? One of it is more than enough for you to ensure that you take proper action to ensure there's no repeat of that kind of embarrassing situation, on the security of this country. But what has happened? Nothing. Nobody can tell you that, okay, when the chief of army staff, was involved in a questionable, accident, that this is the reason why it happened. Or when the seat of government was attacked, this was why it happened, and these are the people that were behind it. Or when why is the state of the president is the theater of war now, has become the epicenter of banditry in this country. Why can't somebody tell us why? So why is the north the epicenter of banditry? Why? Somebody should. I mean, we need answers to these questions, because some people are even saying that it's conspiracy. That toward 2023, if you make the north ungovernable, nobody can move around, then the elections are held, then which means all the votes that you say you have in north will not count, because nobody will come out to vote. So there are three schools of thoughts. One says that either the military themselves, they are in conspiracy against democracy, so that they'll dent the image of democracy, and Nigerians will hate what is democracy. Or some people have come together to ensure that they bring the north to its knees as far as elections are concerned, so that all these populations you say you have will not come out, because nobody will be bold enough to come and sacrifice his life. So these are the proponents. These are the theories going on, that's conspiracy. There are theories that are going around. But I believe in one thing, that Mr. President, that Mr. Muhammadu Buhari, is more than capable to handle this situation. He is more than capable. I can tell you, going by his track record. Why is he caged? And what has happened? We should find out.
Seeing all this, that insecurities on the increase, on a daily basis, what advice for Nigerians?
Nigerians should pray. I mean, we are fond of praying, but more than praying, Nigerians should begin to ask questions. They should hold power to account. Power must explain. It's not enough to you to say you conduct a probe and then the findings were for security reasons we can't announce it. That's not enough. That's not the kind of situation you are in today. The kind of situation you are in today, if I remember correctly, there was a time when I think it's the Attorney General of Federation says that they know those who are behind this banditry. And some people were arrested from what they told us. So what has happened to those things? If they say they know the powers that are behind these things, let them. Is the nation? Are those people more bigger than the nation? That you want to shield somebody that is fighting the country, and then at the expense of losing the country? Or what are we saying? So these are the things that Nigerians should ask questions. They should ask Mr. President to explain. He is there for them. He's not there for himself. That's why he came out for elections. If it was a military something that put in there, maybe you can't ask questions now, because did they consult you when they're appointing as the head of state or something? No. But this one, He came to the Nigerians. He said, please, elect me. He even wept at one point to tell you how determined he is to solve the problems. So what went wrong? What is it that is holding Mr. President back with everything that we know he has? Nigerians should ask.
Yes, Your Excellency. So what advice do you have generally for Nigerians? How should they conduct themselves?
We should keep pace because this country is bigger than Buhari's administration. It's bigger than everybody, all Nigerians put together. It's bigger than any individual, including the president. The country is bigger than Mr. President. The issue is that we should keep pace. We should make sure that this administration succeeds. That's what I'm saying. They must succeed. That's it. Failure should not be allowed in this government, especially the situation we are in today. So I'm not asking for anybody to go on strike. I mean, to go on some demonstrations that violent. No, a lot of democracy has a lot of avenues to address this kind of issues we have. You have a National Assembly, isn't it? We have elder statesmen in this country. You have the Council of States, where the former president and president they meet with all the top functionaries of government who have held positions before and now. So what is happening? All these people going around saying that we should design a country, the cultural leaders, all over the place who are saying they should come together and say, how do we solve the problem? Not how do you divide the country? They should come together, because most of these champions of those tribal groups, are people that have held positions before in this country. People that should be working towards having a country that they can bequeath, a united country that they bequeath to generations yet unborn, not to divide this country. They should come together and find out the question: what is happening? And I'm not asking for any kind of conference or what have you. No, the Mr. President's office or house should be open to these people. They shouldn't deceive us, because if they think they're doing it to Buhari, no, they're doing it to us, Nigerians. They have the solutions. The retired military officers, head of states who have held positions before in this country, they have solutions to what is happening to this country. As a matter of fact, they brought Buhari. I remember when some head of states were running all over the place to dislodge Jonathan. So if you brought him, solve the problem. Don't come and tell us that no, you can't access him. What does that mean? You must have, you have access to him when he wanted to be the president? It's now that he's the president, you don't have access to him. What kind of thing is that? So the issue is that Nigerians must ask questions, and we must not allow this government to fail. That's my position.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, viewers, you have all heard from our guest, Engineer YABAGI YUSUF SANI, the National Chairman of the Action Democratic Party, ADP. I am pretty sure that these issues discussed will be addressed by the relevant authorities in order to restore peace in our nation. Viewers, that will be the size of our package for today. Let me thank very sincerely our guest, Engineer SANI, for making it always on this program towards 2023. Let me also thank our viewers out there for watching Forward TV. Until we come your way again on the same station, Forward TV, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for